Home Minister Amit Shah defended the Criminal Netas Bill, the constitution bill which aims to remove prime ministers, chief ministers and ministers who face serious criminal charges and spend more than 30 days in jail. Now, speaking on this bill and the necessity for it, Shah criticized Arvind Kejriwal, the former Delhi chief minister, for running the Delhi government from jail after his arrest, saying that if Kejriwal had resigned, the bill would not have been necessary.
दिल्ली में एक घटना हुई, इसके पहले कई सारे मुख्यमंत्री मंत्री जेल में गए, सबने इस्तीफा दे दिया है जेल में जाने से पहले। अब एक घटना हुई कि दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री जेल में जाने के बाद जेल से सरकार चलाते थे। तो संविधान बदलना चाहिए या नहीं बदलना चाहिए? और अब तक बीजेपी की भी सरकार रही, हमने नहीं बदला क्योंकि ऐसी जरूरत नहीं पड़ी थी। अगर केजरीवाल जी इस्तीफा दे देते तो आज भी न बदलते। मगर मैं मानता हूं कि लोकतंत्र के अंदर नैतिकता का स्तर टिकाने की जिम्मेदारी पक्ष और विपक्ष दोनों की। कांग्रेस के केरल में जीतने की जो बची कुची संभावनाएं थी वो नष्ट हो गया है, क्योंकि ओपोजिशन के प्रत्याशी श्रीमान सुदर्शन रेड्डी वही है जिन्होंने वामपंथी उग्रवाद को, नक्सलिज्म को मदद करने के लिए सलवा जुडम का जजमेंट दिया था। और सलवा जुडम का जजमेंट न होता तो वामपंथी उग्रवाद 2020 तक समाप्त हो गया होता। यही सज्जन है जिन्होंने आइडियोलॉजी से प्रेरित होकर सलवा जुडम का जजमेंट दिया है। केरल ने नक्सलिज्म का दंश झेला है, उग्रवाद को भी सहन किया है। केरल की जनता ये जरूर देखेगी।
Vasudha joins us now for more on this story. And Vasudha, first let's talk about what Amit Shah said on Arvind Kejriwal, saying that because he refused to resign while in jail and was running the government from jail, that is what has necessitated this criminal neta bill.
That's right. This is the Home Minister explaining the context and the background as to why this bill had to be brought in. He's talking about the Constitution 130th Amendment Bill, Gargi, which of course has now been sent to the JPC. A 31-member JPC is going to scrutinize this bill, examine this bill, and then we'll have to wait and see if it gets passed. But clearly the BJP does not have numbers, and when we did speak to people in the government, we understood that this is also the government wanting to create this perception and create this sense of understanding that it is the opposition that wants to only protect corrupt people. And Amit Shah today, while speaking at the Manorama function, also explained as to when the Aam Aadmi Party Supremo and former Chief Minister of New Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, was arrested in February, and of course he was arrested in March, and then he resigned only after September. And remember, this was a very serious case to do with money laundering in defunct liquor policy, and then there was another case because of which he could not really come out of jail because he was arrested by the ED and then also by the CBI, and there was and the government had to run from the jail for several months, and he resigned only after he was released on bail, and then he took moral he took moral responsibility for being elected, and he did not really sort of accept that he did something wrong, and that created a lot of problems, discrepancies and irregularities in governance, which is why the centre felt that an event like this should not happen again. Similar event also happened with regard to Senthil Balaji's arrest, because he also continued as a minister without portfolio, and people in the government believe that this also led to governance becoming a joke, which is why this bill was deemed to be important. It's believed that the government wanted to introduce it right then and there, but of course it would have been seen as a political move then, which is why the move has been made right now. Of course, the bill will be examined by the JPC, is what we understand. The JPC is yet to be announced and constituted, but yes, this will also be a flashpoint between the opposition and the ruling party, because the opposition has clearly said that this is a ploy to hit out and to bring down elected governments.
That's right, and even the opposition has claimed the cases against Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party were politically motivated. Let's also talk about the other, big statement coming from the Home Minister, and this we've heard from other BJP leaders as well regarding the opposition's vice presidential candidate Sudarshan Reddy. The Home Minister also raising the point of how how he had disbanded the Salva Judum, which was, a very controversial militia that was put up to counter Maoists. So the Home Minister suggesting that, him disbanding that had led to weakening of the fight against Maoists.
That's right. At a time, Gargi, when the opposition has made the vice presidential polls a Sangh versus Samvidhan battle, Home Minister Amit Shah has pointed to this one instance that happened in 2011 when Justice B. Sudarshan Reddy, as a judge in the Supreme Court, also outlawed the Salva Judum, which was a militia that was state-sponsored. It also had allegations of abuse, and it primarily trained the youngsters amongst tribal communities militarily, and it also empowered them to take on Maoist forces. And he, in fact, in his judgment very clearly said that an act like creating a Salva Judum or a private army of people to fight against their own people was an act that was against Article 21, which promises the right to life. It was completely unethical and unconstitutional. So it was a very strong judgment, and that, of course, led to Salva Judum becoming unconstitutional. And that, Amit Shah says, was something that really empowered the Maoist forces. Now, this is the Home Minister who has taken upon this very ambitious target of eliminating Naxalism from India by 2026, and there are these encounters that are going on in Chhattisgarh. So a statement like this coming from him is extremely important, and also in some ways politically significant, because on September 9th is when the vice presidential polls are going to take place.